Lovely listener, welcome. You're tuned to Vanessa Feltz on Drive here at Talk Radio from the Talk Radio studios. And we're going to talk about something that might well instantly get your goat, make your hackles rise. And what we're really asking is, if you do have a deep, instantaneous, pretty febrile response to this subject, this is the question. Why? Why do you care so deeply? Why are you riled? Why are you so involved? The question is about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, because it seems that she has this extraordinarily polarising effect on people. You know, either you think she's been cruelly maligned, she's been misrepresented, she's been badly treated, there's an enormous tidal wave of criticism she doesn't deserve, you deeply resent it, every time she's mentioned, you're listening to see if people criticise, and then you're deeply, deeply offended and affronted on her behalf. In other words, you're a fan of Meghan, you think she's been most badly treated, or the opposite is probably true or could be true. You think that she has, I don't know, been a viper in the royal bosom. You think that she has, as I read the other day, got her claws into Prince Harry. You think she's been a malign and terrible influence on him. You think that she has flung the royal family's kindness and generosity back in their faces. You think she's badmouthed the Queen. You don't have a good word to say for the woman. You think she's not even friends with her own father. You've made all kinds of judgments about her, and none of them are nice. So what is it about her? What is it about the Sussexes that gets people so irate? After all, we don't know them. They don't make any difference to the way we live. They're not going to implement policies that will affect your life or my life. They're not going to cost you more in a cost of living crisis. You're not going to have dinner with them. They're not going to come and stay in your house. So why do you care so much? Why does everyone get so exercised about the Sussexes? Well, do give me a call and tell me. 0344 499 1000, that's the number. 0344 499 1000. Love to hear from you on this. And quite a few of you have already DM'd me. I've had a few DMs. I have the comments switched off on my Instagram, which is Vanessa Feltz Official, because quite frankly, I don't want to wake up in the morning and find that lots of people have got horrible things to say about me. But DMs come in thick and fast, and usually they're delightful. Vanessa, what a lovely dress you're wearing. Aren't you lucky to have the gorgeous Ben to be said? I like your grandchildren. Nice things, you know, in general. But boy, when Meghan's subject arises, I get all sorts. Either I didn't say nice things or I did say nice things. Whatever I do isn't the right thing. People get very, very cross. Let's ask Professor Sir Carrie Cooper, Professor of Psychology at Manchester University, about why he thinks this is the case. Good afternoon, Prof.
Oh, good afternoon to you, Vanessa. I usually talk to you in the morning.
Isn't it nice?
In the afternoon.
I know,
yes.
It's so lovely to have you on the new show, and welcome, welcome. I can't quite believe the velocity of response to the Sussexes, why people seem to care so deeply. What do you think is going on here?
Okay, let's do a little history first. Okay, people loved Harry before he met Meghan. Absolutely loved him. The Invictus Games, his concern about mental health, his ability to be open and talk, they loved him. Then he met a woman. He fell in love. He married this woman. This woman isn't from the establishment. She's very different in all sorts of ways. She comes from my hometown of LA. Well, I mean, she was, you know, as a celebrity, a TV celebrity. Here's a young couple. She's trying to make it work. They're both trying to make it work. And you know, she's trying to carry out the role. Very difficult to be socialized in that role. We all know that's a problem. It doesn't quite work. And here's a young couple trying to find out what they want to do with their life. They're going to have kids. Where should we live? What are we going to do? We can't make this work, us doing the two things. You know, this is not Scandinavia, where the royal family can have a career as well as playing a role in the country's life. So I think that's the scenario. Now, here's what I actually think. The polarization, I think, is generational. I think it's the older people don't like this and don't like her and don't like the couple because they're not playing the standardized role. You know, their expectations is if you're a royal, it's 724. You have to behave in a particular sort of way. You have to be, you know, you have to be everything that this young couple in many ways are not.
Which is what? What do you mean by that? What do you think they have to be that they're not?
I mean, I come from LA, right? And you know, my industry is the media in LA. Right. It's films, it's television, everything else. I knew most of my friends their parents were involved in one way or another in the media. You know, it's a different, she's not just American. It's not just an Edward and Mrs. Simpson thing, because Mrs. Simpson, you know, was, you know, pretty traditional, establishment type person. Meghan isn't. I mean,
but it's interesting that you say that, Prof, because what's going on now, people say, is a kind of mini royal tour. What are they doing? Are they doing anything revolutionary, anything that the royal family doesn't do? Not at all. They're giving speeches, they're wearing suits, they're appearing in public, they're standing on podiums, just like Wills and Kate, just like the Queen and Prince Philip used to do, and they're giving kind of inspirational, aspirational speeches to young people about how to motivate themselves. I mean, you know, in every way, what they're doing is modelled on the conventional, absolutely traditional royal tour. So they're not doing something else, are they?
They're doing their own thing. They're not doing what the establishment tells them they should do if they do a royal tour. Here's the worry I have.
Yeah.
I think we've demonized them. I think it's really sad that we've done that. We don't understand this young couple. They have young kids. They're trying to find their way in the world. And you can say, I don't feel sorry for them because they're trying to earn big bucks and trying to go off the royalty to make a living. So what? I mean, they're a young couple trying to find their way. They were invited to this youth summit, weren't they? So I think the young understand that they can't, you know, that they're trying to find their way as a young couple. I think they're more acceptable there. Now, the media, this is a good story. Come on. I mean, it's a good story for certain parts of the press,
sure,
who love to put her down because she's not meeting the expectations of the older generation. She's not adhering. I mean, look at even Edward and Mrs. Simpson didn't.
But let me ask you something though. Do you think, Professor, that one of the things that people dislike or might dislike about all of this is a certain kind of ring of inauthenticity, so that it does sound authentic to say we can't stand to be part of this royal family circus, we're not comfortable, we don't like it, it's a goldfish bowl, we're required to do certain things and play a certain role, and we're not going to do that. But then when you go off to America and then continue to lead a very public life based on the fact that you are part of the royal family, because if you're not, who are you? Why would anyone want them to stand on a podium or present something or plant a tree if it were not for the fact that Harry is the Queen's grandson and she is the Queen's grandson's wife? Vanessa, so is it a having cake and eating it kind of a thing? Is that what people do?
Yeah, I don't think we're very flexible, really. I mean, we have to go with the times. Times are changing. The Scandinavian royal family don't behave like our royal family. I love the royal family. Don't get me wrong. The problem, what I'm trying to say is times change, people change, and what we need to do is find a way in which people can, if they're in the royal family, can serve the state and serve the country.
So let me ask you this:
have a career and do other things as well.
All right,
that's what other royal families do.
But why do you think it still doesn't really answer why people take it so personally? Why people get so angry, very, very angry? Two very deeply divided factions, the Meghan supporters, the Meghan detractors. Neither can abide the other. They're really very seriously opposed. And you might say, why? Why do they care that much? Why? Is it on behalf of the Queen? What is it?
It's intergenerational. There really are big differences between what the young people want. We get that in the workplace as well, Vanessa. You know, a lot of older people in the workplace say you must come in 5 days a week. Right? The younger people want flexible working. They want hybrid working. We're seeing it not just in that couple. That's becoming symbolic, in my view, of the big generational differences we have. A lot of the older people haven't moved ahead.
Right.
Haven't moved with the times, which is probably quite normal in a way. But I think that but they have such different views of the world, and that's why we have the divisiveness. And don't say the public are against the couple, because they're not. Part of the
I'm not saying. I'm saying the public is deeply divided into two factions with a big schism in between the two. Thank you so much, Professor, for joining us.